historically speaking, I've said this a few times too, new launches happen, they do something, they either go up, they stay stable, whatever happens, and then people take profits at some point, or they get out of their investment at some point. Do you think that does that, with all the stuff surrounding it, I know, setting the hopium aside, setting the everything's going great aside, in the next 90 days, 6 months or so, do you see a dump somewhere in there?
I mean, we're already kind of seeing like a little mini dump right now. If on Pulse Burn, you'll see, obviously we're getting close to the end of the bridge, and you can kind of see the prices are down a little bit. That's kind of the people who are like, okay, the money has stopped flowing in. They're taking their profits. At least that's my take on it. So that's kind of what we're seeing right now. So, I mean, now it's just kind of sit and wait, and the prices may slowly decline for a while. Again, until people figure out how to get on the Pulse chain, the people who are still trying to figure it out. But yeah, I mean, that's really hard to predict. Nobody really knows.
Well, if you look at here, I mean, so what conditions will we need to make for a dump that would happen because people are interested in taking profits? Because right now, 2.25x over sack rate, right? The all-time low was below that. PulseX is sitting about at sack rate right now. So would it be more likely that we would see a dump after it went up 10x, 5x, 10x, 20x, 100x? Or do you think there would still be, do you think people would actually sell at the sack rate, or only at a 2 to 5x around sack rate? I guess that's what gives me hope. I feel like we need to go up way more. My pure speculation of my own thoughts is like, I feel like we need to go way up before there would be any sort of correction or dump. I can't see people selling at sack rate, even 2 or 3x. It would be hard for me to believe that.
Yeah, well, people are doing it, and I'm super surprised why somebody would do that, to be, anyways. But one thing I do know is that if Hex has shown me anything, it's that, and again, this is like not financial advice or anything, just my own experience, is that if you trust Richard Hart and the product that he puts out, and Hex has been very successful, I give him my implicit trust with PulseChain. And when we invested in this, I mean, we went in with no expectations. And that, I mean, I've been totally blown out of the water. And PulseX is basically at the sack rate right now. So, but I mean, there's just so many things here. I haven't used Ethereum one time since PulseChain launched. Like, everything I need is here. And, if we hold out long enough, eventually it's going to go back up. The sellers are going to be gone. The people who are interested in PulseChain and the technology are going to have a chance to get PulseX at a discount, maybe even more than it is now. Hopefully not, but maybe. And in that case, we're just going to keep going up, and the people who sell for 2x or 4x are going to get left behind. That's the way it was with Hex, and I'm assuming that's the way it'll be with PulseChain.
What is the case now for selling PulseChain and PulseX and community tokens? Like, is it because you expect them to go lower because some macro event? Like, if you're, once the project launches and you want to make money from it, and the history of all this stuff, selling it so early, especially the whale selling. I'm not talking about retail, the people with $1,000 in their wallet, whatever. I'm not too concerned about them creating a major dump. But if I start seeing major whales hemorrhaging PulseChain, moving money out of the ecosystem when it just launched, and they know what's up, they know what they signed up for, they know no expectations, but you look at what Hex did, it just seems like one of those things where, like, why would you sell any crypto right now? Is there something is it just the Fed? Like, what do you have any concerns about the market coming up this year?
I don't. I mean, when others are fearful, I feel like that's a good buying opportunity. You know, if you're chasing green candles, there's a good chance that as soon as you buy, the price is going to go down. At least that's been my experience. And so I really tend to cherish these kind of these dull moments, you know. And I say dull with air quotations because like I've been glued to my screen every day since uh,
Same.
launch. But just take it in, enjoy the experience. This is kind of like I feel like history being made. Um, Not too many people get the chance that we did to be able to get in on a new blockchain this early. And everything that I've experienced here in the past 7 or so days, I mean, it's just blown me out of the water. If there are whales that are leaving, there are going to be other fish, maybe not whales, that come in to take the place. Um, you know, so I'm not worried at all.
It is there a case to be made for incentive token being the canary in the coal mine for for a moon? Like it would be kind of weird if PulseChain and PulseX started dumping after incentive token has grown. The token that nobody believed in goes up, 10 or 20x or something. And it's literally such an integral part of the whole liquidity play, the whole positive feedback loop, keeping money in the system. It's been extremely successful. Like something about that just tells me like, something about that tells me it's like a health, almost like incentive token is like a health indicator of the ecosystem.